2 to the power of 0, I can write it as 0 equals to 2 minus 2. Equals 2 minus 2. And it is 2 minus 2, as we have learned that for the power that is minus, it is division of the same base. So it's 2 power 2 divided by 2 to the power of 2. And 2 to the power of 2 meaning that is 2 times 2 over 2 times 2. And you simplify it, you get the answer of 1. Give you another example. M to the power of 0, you can write it as 1 minus 1 is 0. And M divided by M. So if it is minus, so it's actually for the same base, division of the same base of an index number. So M to the power of 1 divided by M to the power of 1. And this is equals to M over M. And you simplify it, you'll get the value of 1. So any number or term with a 0 index will give a value of 1. A to the power of 0, any number to the power of 0 equals to 1, provided A is not equals to 0. 2 to the power of negative 3. Negative 3, you can write it as 1 minus 4, which is also equals to negative 3. And for a minus of a power, meaning that is a division of the same base. So division of the same base is 2 to the power 1 divided by 2 to the power of 4. And you can write it as fraction. So 2 over 2 to the power of 4, meaning that 2 multiplies 4 times. And you simplify it, you will get 1 over, the remaining is 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 equals to 2 to the power of 3. So 2 to the power of negative 3 is actually equals to 1 over 2 to the power of 3. Give you another example. M to the power of negative 1. So negative 1 you can write as 1 minus 2. And for power of minus is actually a division of the same base. So the base is M to the power of 1 divided by M to the power of 2. And you can write it as fraction. M over M power 2 meaning that M times M. And you simplify it, you'll get 1 over M. So M power of negative 1 is equals to 1 over M. So a number that has an index of a negative value, you can write it in the form of fraction. So A to the power of negative n is actually equals to 1 over A to the power of n. So the negative meaning that is 1 over, so 1 over A to the power of n. So provided A cannot be equals to 0. Okay, give you some example questions to do. Express the following in positive index form. So from negative index, you need to express as positive index. So y to the power of negative 12, you can write it as negative, as mentioned just now, is equals to 1 over. So it's equals to 1 over y to the power of 12. And for question B, negative is 1 over. So it's equals to 1 over the whole thing power 3. So the whole thing means that you need to put a bracket 2 over 5. Put a bracket to power 3. And you can simplify it. So 1 over, the over means that it's divide, is division. And this is equals to, when it is division, you change it into multiplication and you flip the numerator and denominator. So it becomes 5 over 2 cube, which is equals to 5 over 2 cube. So 1 times anything is equals to the same number. Now for question C, so negative is 1 over as mentioned just now. So this is equals to, so m negative 4 is equals to 1 over m to the power of 4. And you can write it as negative 3, and this 5 multiplies with m power 4. Okay, next, for this question, express the following in negative index form. So here you need to change to negative index. So the 1 over, as mentioned just now, is negative. Negative is 1 over. So 1 over is negative. So ab to the power of negative 2. So you need to put a negative here. So negative 2. So m to the power of 4. You can write it as, because you need a negative index. So negative index, so negative 4 multiplies with negative 1 is power 4. So we have this negative value. So negative 1, we can write it as 1 over. And this is equals to 1 over to the power 1 over m to the power of negative 4. For question C, j per k to the power of 9. So you can write it as 1 over k over j to the power of 9. So this is the question is something like this type. So you can change it here. So when you have this you have to flip. When it's a division, when it's a multiplication, you flip the numerator and denominator. So when I write it as division, I need to flip it. And this is equals to k over j to the power of negative 9, because 1 over is negative, power negative. So that's it.